Hey everyone, Kevin Hanlon here. I go by Skyburial on Twitter and also here on YouTube, and you're watching my VGC laddering series, Spire to the Sky. I've been looking for a team for a little bit and kind of working on what I want to use. I was taking a short break from VGC just because it looked like I wasn't going to be going to any of the spring regionals. And plans have changed, and now I'm going to be hitting Seattle. So I thought I would get some practice in, and you guys could witness that. Also, for the first time in a long time on this channel, we're going to roll in with a tree that does... wow. I almost said tree instead of team. We're going to roll in with a team that doesn't have Trevenant on it. So, I actually rotated some things out of this team, and one of them was Trevenant. I've been building with with Jarek, and with Lee, Camacho, and this is what they're enjoying on the core that we've all been kind of juggling around. Like the Snorlax and the Tapu Fini and the Arcanine and the Togedemaru are all things that we've mutually enjoyed, and for a while I was fucking around with Trevenant and Politoed, and using Togedemaru's ability to really apply a lot of disruption to scoop up Perish Song KOs. But it's looking like this team is far more consistent. And so I've worked my way back up into the 1700s with this team, and we're going to go ahead and roll with it and see if we can get an opponent. Hopefully we find one quickly. Really enjoying this iteration, particularly because using Buzzwole is a lot of fun, and like people continue to underestimate just how incredibly powerful Buzzwole is after a Beast Boost. And a lot of people use like the superpower variants, and so like the concept of a Buzzwole sweep hasn't really like dawned on a lot of players yet, just because they're used to people using superpower and losing a lot of their momentum that they would build up. So I like using Buzzwole as a Trick Room option. I like using Buzzwole in Tailwind, and I'm comfortable with all of this because, you know, Jarek and I have been on the Buzzwole game since February. Since mid-January, really. So, yeah, digging the shit out of it. Using manual Rain and Weather Ball on Drifblim. So even the Drifblim set's a little different. Thank you to Lee Camacho for turning me on to Tapu Fini in the Rain. I was doing it with Politoed for a while, but I've always wanted to run Tapu Fini in the Rain just because she's such an incredible rain counter. And so it's like, if it works on the counter teams, typically it will work on the teams that they counter. This can be said of like most Pokemon, right? Like, so yeah, we're gonna come back after a little bit. I'm gonna find an opponent, and then we'll be back after that happens. So we get matched up against Master Wizard in the UK, and interesting team. Looks like an AF core with a weather option and Trick Room. I think that I want to bring Drifblim Tapu Fini for sure. I don't have much reason to bring Togedemaru just because like the Lightning Rod support wouldn't really be there. And in the event that my opponent brings their Trick Room option, that would leave me on poor footing. Actually, maybe I don't want to bring Drifblim here. Maybe instead I want to bring Snorlax, and then I'll put Arcanine and Buzzwole in the back. Do I like that? Yes I do. Because Drifblim wouldn't be much of a help against the Tapu Fini anyway. And Snorlax is really good against most of his team. Yeah, we'll lock this in. Maybe I should have brought Togedemaru, but then again, like, the only thing it's really good against is the Tapu Fini. I guess I could... Nah, I don't like Togedemaru here. I just don't. I don't like Togedemaru in this matchup. Normally, if I was running... Alright, so Nihilego and Tapu Fini in the front. Not too bad for me. Depending on what my opponent wants to do with their Nihilego, I might just go for a Protect and a high horsepower right out of the gate. Yeah, that actually doesn't sound too bad. My opponent might take this time to set up a Calm Mind on their Tapu Fini, and that's actually not a bad idea. Alright, so Nihilego switches out into Kartana. Okay. Might be trying to bait out my Arcanine. Alright, so Moonblast comes out into my Snorlax. That'll probably... That might be in the Sacred Sword KO range. I think that what I'll do here is I will switch in my Arcanine, and I'll go for a Recycle. My opponent definitely sees the threat, so... Yeah. I think I need to be really patient with my Snorlax on this game. And luckily, with the pressure that they have right now, even a double shouldn't be able to, unless Sacred Sword crits or something like that, a double shouldn't take this one. Okay, so my opponent switches in their Arcanine, trying to bait out my Arcanine, maybe? I might whiff a Recycle here. Looks like we're both playing it kind of safe. Also, now I've seen my opponent's entire team. If I can get rid of the Tapu Fini... No, yeah, my opponent sets up a Calm Mind. That's not good for me. I wish I'd brought my Togedemaru. Yeah, I whiff a Recycle here. I think that I will switch my Tapu Fini back in, and I'll go for a Belly Drum. I really need to start putting on some pressure. Luckily, the Arcanine's intimidated, so as long as my opponent doesn't call this switch, I'm not too worried about things that can happen. Alright, so Flare Blitz comes out. Is it a banded Flare Blitz? No, it's not. Alright. So yeah, we see another Calm Mind come out from Tapu Fini. Yeah. I mean, Snorlax is super bulky on the special side. And that Flare Blitz didn't do much, so I might just go for a Calm Mind of my own and Recycle. Okay, so Helping Hand comes out from Arcanine. Maybe we see a Moonblast into my Tapu Fini. Nope, into my Snorlax. Will it take it out? Yeah, it takes it out. That puts me in a really precarious position. Yeah. I'll go for another Calm Mind. And I'll protect my Arcanine. Their Tapu Fini's faster, which really sucks. But, I gotta match that Calm Mind. Yeah, we're probably just gonna see a Muddy Water come out here. Alright, so no special attack drop, which is good for me. So I will go for a Muddy Water on this turn. And I'll switch in... I think I'll switch in my Buzzwole. That Nihilego in the back is going to be a menace. Yeah, Arcanine withdraws, probably Kartana. Nope, Nihilego. Okay, so this Muddy Water can do quite a bit. Okay. Hopefully our... Yeah, so obviously Muddy Water coming out from my opponent. Alright, Buzzwole lives that. Any accuracy drops? Yeah. That's gonna really suck on Muddy Water. Oh, but Muddy Water connects on both. Okay, so that's really good. Alright, so Nihilego will probably take this. No, Nihilego doesn't take it. Alright, so we can still bring this one back. We get an accuracy drop on our opponent's Tapu Fini as well. So, I have to make some calls. I think that's what it comes down to. Alright. I think my opponent's baiting out my Arcanine. I'm gonna protect, and I'm gonna Hammer Arm the Kartana. If this read fails, then, I mean, I'm already really far behind in the game, to be honest. Alright, Kartana protects. I need Muddy Water to miss. Okay, cool. I just gotta go for this. That's what I gotta do. Yeah, the double Calm Mind at the beginning really, it just fucked me over really hard. It's a Bloom Doom Kartana. What's it attacking? Okay, so it's attacking Arcanine. Not the end of the world. I guess what has to happen is my Buzzwole has to be faster than this. Yeah, so my Buzzwole is faster than the Tapu Fini, however, it won't be after this. And now I had to drop all of my Tapu Fini's boosts for that play. So things are not looking good. Moonblast is going to take out my Buzzwole. Yeah. I don't know. Like, we're at a very similar looking endgame, and at the same time, like, my opponent has their Calm Mind boosts. And my Arcanine's at -1. So my opponent definitely outplayed me. And I'll forfeit this one. Yeah, I'll definitely forfeit this one. And note to self that I have to bring Togedemaru to Nihiligo matchups. I wonder what I would have brought it over. Balloon might have also been good. Yeah, because Balloon would have been able to handle that Arcanine a lot better. And I have Weather Ball for Nihiligo, so... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So we're back out of the 1700s, and that's fine. We can get back up there with one battle or two. So... not bad. Alright, and we get an opponent right away. Alright, and my opponent's using Marcus's team from the Onog. And Togedemaru looks great here. Buzzwole looks good too, because it can hit everything on the right side. And depending on whether I have weather control, it can hit the stuff on the left side too. So I think I'll lead with Finniblim, and then I'll bring Buzzwole, and I kind of want Togedemaru. And that should pretty well cover all the things. Do I want Arcanine more? Not really. Okay. We're gonna lock it in with these boys. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad. Definitely not bad. My opponent doesn't have any speed control, so... in a pinch, my Drifblim can beat the Snorlax with Weather Ball. So, alright, cool. So, Arcanine comes out against my Tapu Fini and Drifblim. So, I can pretty freely... I think that my Tapu Fini might get Wild Charged here. And I kind of want to scout for that. So I think that what I will do on this next turn is protect and set up a Rain Dance. I could Tailwind too, I guess. Tailwind, oh yeah, Tailwind's probably better. Tailwind on turn 1 tends to be the best plan with Drifblim. If it's a Gigavolt Havoc Arcanine, then congrats to my opponent. A Gigavolt Havoc off of a Wild Charge, I would be legitimately surprised and, like, props, you know? You know? You know. Alright, so Flare Blitz comes out against my Drifblim. Yep. We'll take a bit off of that. Yeah. And Tapu Fini goes for a Calm Mind, which is fine. Because I have my Togedemaru in the back for the Tapu Fini. So I will go for a Muddy Water and a Rain Dance, I think. I have the Buzzwole too. So, if like my opponent decides to take out my Drifblim, then it's definitely not the end of the world. Not even close. Does it miss? No, it doesn't. If we get an accuracy drop here, I'm going to be very happy. Alright, what happens? Alright, Moonblast comes out against my Drifblim, so that'll probably take it out. It doesn't. Drifblim's a beast. Alright, so I'll set up a Calm Mind here, and I will Weather Ball the Arcanine. I think that this pretty well covers all the things that can happen. Having an untouched Tapu Fini is pretty nice, I gotta admit. Alright, so my opponent withdraws their Arcanine into Tapu Koko. Alright, so Tapu Koko is going to take a bit from this Weather Ball. Because it is in the rain. And if they decide to go for a Moonblast onto my Drifloon again, then that's definitely not the end of the world. Alright, so Moonblast does come out onto my Drifloon. Okay, cool. So I think I will bring in my Togedemaru here. We got a really nice electric terrain boost, so might as well not waste it. I will go for a Muddy Water and a Fake Out onto... Do I want to go for a Fake Out? Not really, I kind of just want to Zing Zap the Tapu Fini. Yeah, so Tapu Fini protects. Muddy Water should take out this Tapu Koko. As long as it doesn't miss. Don't miss. Alright, it doesn't miss. Cool. So we're getting rid of a lot of the threats to my... Alright, so my Tailwind peters out. And we're getting rid of a lot of the threats to my Buzzwole, as I was about to say. So Kartana comes in, and that's actually fine. I'll go ahead and protect, and I'll Zing Zap this Tapu Fini. And if my opponent wants to switch in their Arcanine into that slot, then go ahead. My Tapu Fini can actually live a Leaf Blade. So... yeah. Alright, so Sacred Sword comes out onto my Togedemaru. And we get this Zing Zap off. It's going to be Electric Terrain boosted. I think it probably KOs. Yeah, it does KO. Alright, cool. So now I can bring in my Buzzwole, and it doesn't matter what my opponent does. Because I should be able to sweep with Buzzwole. So, I guess the question is, what do I want to do on this turn? I'd really rather my opponent didn't get a... I'd really rather my opponent didn't get a, Beast Boost. Just because that can be a little pesky with Buzzwole. How many turns of rain do I have left? I only have one turn of rain left. Okay, I have to go for a read. I'm just gonna I'm gonna make an obvious play. Okay, I'm probably Zing Zapping something. So my opponent Extreme Speeds. And probably Leaf Blades my Tapu Fini. Nope, Sacred Sword's my Tapu Fini. Okay, good. Cool. Muddy Water connects with the Arcanine. Alright, cool. So that should definitely KO it in the rain. And now I should be good to bring in my Buzzwole. So, that was a little dodgy. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little dodgy. But yeah. Ain't no Kartana gonna live this 1v1. Ain't no Kartana gonna win it. Alright, we'll protect here. And I'll go for a Hammer Arm onto the Kartana. Now, if I had gone for a It's a choice Scarf Kartana. I would have been fine. Just bop that. Alright, cool. So we'll take a win and a loss. And that's good. Yeah, it's definitely good. So, I think I'll call that an episode. What are we looking at? It's like, with the stuff that I'm going to be editing out, probably like 24 minutes. Let me know what you guys think of the team. I know it sucks to see a team without Trevenant on this channel. It's definitely like been my signature Pokemon for like a really long time, but honestly, like, this team's just been a lot more consistent without it. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the description. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please click on that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, I want to see a lot of chatter in the comments. I know that this might cause, I mean, it's probably not as controversial as I think it'll be, but it might cause a bit of an uproar or some disappointment, so talk to me and in the comments down there. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I love you, and stay tuned.